Hello everybody, nice to meet you. Our read was of God 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Let's read it together. Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. I praise you for remembering me in everything and for holding to the teachings just as passed them on to you. Now I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man who prays or prophesies with his head covers dishonor his head. And every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonor her head. It is just as though her head was shaved. If a woman does not cover her head, she should have her head cut off. And if it is a disgrace for a woman to have her cut or shaved off, she should cover her head. A man ought not to cover his head, since he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of man. For man did not come from woman, but woman from man. Neither was the man created for woman, but woman for man. For this reason, and because of the angels, the woman ought to have a sign of authority on her head. In the Lord, however, woman is not independent of man, nor is the man independent of woman. For as the woman came from man, so also man is born of woman, but everything comes from God. Judge for yourselves, as it is proper for a woman to pray to God with her head uncovered. Does not the very nature of things teach you that if a man has long hair, it is a disgrace to him? But that if a woman has long hair, it is her glory, for long hair is given to her as a covering. If anyone wants to be contentious about this, we have no other practice, nor do the churches of God. In the following directives, I have no phrase for you, for your meaning do more harm than good. In the first place, I heard that when you come together as churches, there are divisions among you, and to some extent I believe it. No doubt there have to the differences among you to show which of you have God's approval. When you come together, it is not the Lord suffered you yet. For as you eat, each of you goes ahead without waiting for anybody else. Some remain hungry, another gets drunk. Don't you have homes to eat and drink it? Or do you despise the church of God and humiliate those who have nothing? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you for this? Certainly not. For I received from the Lord, or I also passed on to you. The Lord Jesus, on the night he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, "This is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, after supper, he took the cup, saying, "This cup is new covenant in my blood. Do this whenever you drink it, and in remembrance of me. For whenever you eat this bread and drinking this cup, you proclaim the Lord's death until he comes. Therefore, whoever eats the bread or drinks the cup of the Lord in an unworthy manner will be guilty of sin against the body and blood of the Lord. A man ought to examine himself before he eats of the bread and drink of the cup. For anyone who eats and drinks without recognizing the body of the Lord eats and drinks judgment on himself. That is why many among you are weak and sick, and a number of you have fallen asleep. But if we judge ourselves, we will not come under judgment. When we are judged by the Lord, we are being disciplined so that we will not be condemned with the world. So then, my brothers, then you come together to eat, wait for each other. If anyone is hungry, he should eat at home so that when you meet together, it may not result in judgment. And when I come, I will give further direction. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 1 through 34 saying,